Hello everyone, this is Mr. Salts. I know we had a little trouble reading the metric ruler to the nearest half millimeter. I think some of that was because of the way I put my example. I put 11.5 millimeters. Some of you might have assumed that these were millimeters instead of centimeters. They're actually centimeters. And we need to determine how we can tell. If it's centimeters, it goes up by a value of 1. And I've got a few pictures that I'll show you. And this is a millimeter scale. And half a millimeter on the bottom side. And basically, if you'll notice, it goes up in tens. So this would be 10 millimeters or 1 centimeter. And that's one of the difference between them. And I'll pull up another one here. Centimeters, 1, 2. That is a quick and easy way to tell if it's centimeters. It still reads the same. Instead of it being, if it's 10, that means it's 1 centimeters. If it's centimeters, you're just, to millimeters, you add the 0. And that's how that works. And if you'll notice, this scale is probably zoomed in or expanded up a little bit. And this is showing millimeters and half millimeters. So these scales do exist. The only problem is, with ours, there's not a half millimeter line. And that may have thrown some of you off, but we're going to cover that just a little bit. And I'm going to bring up our AutoCAD program and show you how all of this math comes together. So what I'm going to do is we're going to cut everything off and we're going to build it up as we go to where we kind of have an understanding of it. Now, when I'm going to zoom in for you real close, if you'll notice, this scale goes 72, 73. That's an indication right there. These are centimeters, not millimeters. And if millimeters went that 1, that means from this one to that one would be 1 millimeter, which is roughly 40 thousandths. If you put a line every 10 or 10 equal space lines, that means that'd be about 4 thousandths, or about the width of a sheet of paper. So that means it would be just a solid bar. You couldn't even see that close. And that's why just a good understanding of when you're looking at a scale where you can tell its graduations. Now, I drew a line on this, and as you can see, this falls pretty well in between. We're estimating between the 1 millimeter and the 2 millimeter line, or between the two. So we're going to call it a half, in which that is a pretty accurate measurement. You know, when you consider you're splitting the millimeter in half, it's pretty close. So what we're going to do is, first we're going to determine how many centimeters we've got. We know we have 73. So if you want, you can write your 73 down. And we know it's a little bit further, so it's 73 point something. That's when we start counting. 1 in between the 1 and the 2. So we're going to say it is 0.5. Just estimating that. And that will look something like this. If we add all of this up, and notice I put a 0.05 because that's what it is in centimeters, we get a total of 73.15 centimeters. How do we get from centimeters to millimeters? We move this decimal over 1 time and gives us 731.5 millimeters. Now, once you get used to it, you won't have to write all of this down. You can go, okay, 73, so that would be 731.5. And that's just another way that you can do it. But if you want to write it out till you get used to it, I hope this video helps you, and I hope everybody's staying safe. And continue to work on this as much as you can. We're going to cover several other measuring items as we go. I know that some of it will be new, and I'll probably create a few more videos along as we go. Thank you for watching.